hard point.
What is the closest
Seize the
star to
objectives.
planet Earth?
Hard point identified. Hard point is secure. We're pulling ahead.
The closest star to planet Earth is the sun. And we really could have come up with a better name for our star. A G2B main sequence yellow dwarf. It is that way better than the sun. Okay? Like, for example, like, when you think of starlight, okay, what do you think of? Starlight, I'm gonna say that word, starlight. What do you think of? Okay. Think of a star, you know, you go outside at night, you look up in the sky, and you see a star. That's starlight. No. When you go outside during the day, and the sun is warm, the sun is hot,
Hard point
the sun
identified.
is bright,
Hard point is secure.
that is some of the most fucking delicious ass unique starlight in the entire universe. And you should appreciate it more than you do. And so what is the closest star to our sun? Okay. Actually, if you were to use Google and you type in what is the closest star to planet Earth, the answer isn't the sun. So like Google is wrong. Right? Who knew Google could be wrong, but they are. Type it in
We've
right now.
lost the hard point.
Type in what is the closest star to planet Earth. I'll tell you it's Proxima Centauri. And it's like, yeah, okay, you know what? Like, do you know what Proxima Centauri is? Proxima Centauri is a red dwarf with 2 planets, one in the habitable zone. And it
Hard point
orbits,
identified. Hostiles
okay,
have the hard point.
Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B, which are 2 stars that are like pretty much like the same size. And they orbit each other with this really, really sexy like symmetry. This fucking binary orbit. With Proxima Centauri as the 3rd star orbiting it. The 2 of those stars. It's what we call a triple binary star system.
Hard point is secure.
And so wouldn't it be funny if the aliens, yeah, they weren't, you know, hundreds of light years away or anything like that. They were 4 light years away at the closest star
Enemy spy plane inbound.
to our sun. And if they're humans, are they aliens? Dude, whoever's getting marked is a boss on our team. Mark, strafe run, you got all that shit already, bro. 7,000. You should go outside and learn more about stars. And I'm supposed to tell that story about stars to like anybody who will listen. And a good way to like tell that story about stars to anybody who will listen is turn on Twitch, play Call of Duty, and tell the story, right? It's about stars. When I'm at the bar, I can use like shot glasses to like, you know, demonstrate the orbit of the triple binary star system. Right, you get sharp. Right, I knew they're there and I get killed. And so tell your friends, okay, about stars. Okay, and what we had to do is Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B got cataloged in like the 1600s. Because you could see them with the naked eye. Okay, but as we learn more about stars, okay, and we found the red dwarf star in the 1950s, started
lost the hard
using
point. Hostile
infrared
spy plane established
in the
overhead.
sky. You
Hard
know, that's
point
how we
locked down.
found it. We had to
Hard point
reclassify Alpha Centauri
Hard point located.
because it was a true binary
Hard point
star
locked
system.
down.
And we started calling it Rigel Kentaurus. Okay, and Rigel Kentaurus, like Rigel, that's a, you know, common...
What's your problem?
A common name in science fiction. Right? Because it's like what we reclassify the stars as. And I challenge you to go on the World Wide Web and learn as much as you can about Rigel Kentaurus. Learn as much as you can about Centauri A and B. Look at all the photos, look at all the images you can of the closest stars to our sun. Okay? Like, you're telling me with Hubble and all the other shit, that's the best
Hostile care
pictures we
package
got
inbound.
of the closest stars? And you know, like, you can't find jack shit about Rigel Kentaurus because at some point it became a classified
Napalm
military
strike
secret.
awaiting orders.
And it's so easy to
Hard point
tell
identified.
that it became a
Enemy
classified
RCXD
military secret because you can't
Hard point
find
locked
anything on the web. Can't find shit. Nothing. Okay? Try to learn as much as you can about like the two planets, you know, that orbit, you know, Centauri, well, approximate Centauri, we call it. Okay? Like, and guess what? Centauri A and B both have planets too. And again, if they were human, like, are they aliens? Okay? And so, like, don't get fucking
We've
duped.
lost the hard point.
Go look on the World Wide Web for yourself and see that, like, oh my god, I can't find fucking shit about what the fuck. I can't find any of these things like the closest stars to our sun. And you know, 5 centuries ago, like, we thought of the Earth as a stationary object with everything orbiting around it. And we said, oh no, you know what, like everything like orbits around the sun. But today, 5 centuries later, we're no better. Okay, because we think of the sun as a stationary object that everything orbits around. And it's like, you know what, none of the planets fucking orbit the sun. They orbit a common center of gravity known as a Berry center. Okay, and so like you gotta wonder like why are you getting duped? Okay, like oh yeah, you're getting duped because what? You fucking stupid ass motherfucking earthlings really thought you were alone? You really were so fucking arrogant? You think you're so advanced? Mining your planet for resources? Using gunpowder for warfare? Yeah, you know, on Earth you've been using gunpowder for warfare for 6 fucking centuries. Okay? 6 centuries. You never took the next fucking leap. Okay? You have no idea like what fucking like true weaponry is. And it's like my buddy in Homeland Security says. Okay? What are you supposed to do? Tell people that Star Wars is
Assaulting
real?
attack helo.
Okay, they freak the fuck out. Damn straight, they freak the fuck out. Okay, because if you knew that there was really good and evil in the universe, if you knew that there really are Death Stars, TIE Fighters, fucking laser beams, like, you would like fucking shit your pants. It would make a society like break down. And like nobody can have that, okay? Nobody can have that. Like why do you think like Bezos and Elon Musk and fucking Richard Branson are so eager to get into space? Because in 1957, when the Russians put a radio satellite into the orbit, yeah, it got a message. Okay, it got a message. And you know what the message said? First Earth nation to plant their flag on the moon.
Every wind pushes back the Iron Curtain.
Okay, first nation to plant their flag on the moon wins. And it started the space race. Okay, the Russians got the message first. Okay, but like, you know, the Americans, like we found it out, like good old-fashioned espionage. We couldn't figure out why the Russians were so excited, the Soviets were so excited to go to the moon. There's like no mission. You know, they didn't want to do anything. They just wanted to get there and plant the flag. Because then they got the next message. Well, I mean, it's clear the Americans were first on the moon. We were first to plant our flag. We got the message. And you know what the message said? Okay, it wasn't even that sexy or anything. It said, clean up your fucking planet, Pigpen. Okay, your planet is a fucking disaster. Alright, all you humans have been running around or whatever, you're destroying your planet. And in 1974, when the Americans were impeaching their president, okay, impeaching their president, Richard Nixon, okay, behind the scenes, Congress passed the Clean Water Act, which, you know, was the first attempt at regulation to fucking clean up your planet, Pigpen, because it's dirty as fuck down here. In 2015, 196, all 196 legal entities on planet Earth dropped what they were doing and met in Paris to sign the climate accords. Okay? Like, okay, you know what? Like, 196 legal entities have never been able to agree on anything on this planet. But, okay, in 2015, they all got together and decided, yeah, okay, we're going to agree to these climate accords. And actually, it was only 176 of the 196 because there's a bunch of legal entities on this planet that don't really count. All right, like South Sudan doesn't count. You know, ISIS, that didn't count. Okay, North Korea, that doesn't count. All right, they're not legally recognized as legal entities on this planet. And so yeah, like clean up your planet, Pigpen. And like, do you remember in December of last year, right, 2020, which was the shit or whatever, like midsummer, like we were all locked down on COVID, and like all those beautiful pictures of Venice.
Take the objectives.
And the Venice Canal.
Hardpoint identified.
Right? Because everybody's staying home. Fucking reduced carbon emissions to the 5-year agreement. Because the forces that be said, look, you don't have this at this level within 5 years. We are going to come down to your planet and we are going to fucking show you we are going to show you what fucking power is. Okay? And so yeah, COVID came out or whatever. It's certainly a real thing. Okay? But like it certainly helped everybody make like the numbers that they had to make for the Paris Climate Accords.
Hardpoint lost.
And like if the man knew right now that this was being broadcasted on the fucking net, alright, dude, they would probably be on my door and assassinate me right now. But I'm supposed to tell as many people who will listen about fucking stars, okay? And just the closest stars to planet Earth. Alright? The closest stars to our sun. Okay? And so yeah, a good way to do that, to tell as many on Twitch, okay? Speak the words. And then upload it to my YouTube channel and, you know, let them listen. And so, yeah, if you want to Google Rasta J57, Jay57, I know I have my gamer tag is like Tyler Durden right now. Like, you know, you can go and you can, you know, listen to this, right? Because that's what people are going to do. This will be a story about stars. Okay, what is the closest star to planet Earth? It's a trick question. The closest star to planet Earth is the sun. And we should have come up with a better name. A G2V main sequence fucking yellow dwarf. Okay, that needs a better name than the sun. It just does. It needs a sexier name. And like when you think of starlight, like what comes to mind? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go outside at night. I'm gonna look in the sky. I'm gonna see starlight. No. Go outside during the day. If I identified. I just Halo jumped you. I'm 49 years old. Go outside during the day. Okay, when the sun is warm, the sun is bright, the sky is blue. That's some fucking sexy ass, unique fucking starlight that we know is really rare in this universe. Okay. I challenge you to go online and read as much as you can about Rise of Centauri. Read as much as you can about Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B. Look at all the images that you can look at for Centauri A and Centauri B. Alright, and you're telling me that's the best fucking images we come up with the stars that are closest to our sun? Okay, even Google, use Google, what is the closest star to planet Earth? The answer, Google does not give the answer to the sun. That is the answer, that's the closest star to our planet. You gotta wonder why. Why the misdirection? Okay? Why can't I find anything about Rise of Centaurus? Why can I not find anything about Centauri A? Why can't I find anything about Centauri B? Why are the two planets orbiting Proxima Centauri, the red dwarf, that we found in the 50s? Why is that? Like, why can't I find anything? It's the fucking World Wide Web. It's Google. It's all the information in the world. Yeah, because it's all the information on Rigel, it became classified military secrets. Okay? So won't it be some shit that the aliens, like, yeah, they've been for like years ago, right next door. And if they're human, like, are the aliens still aliens? You know, just because they're, like, not from Earth, the fucking dumbest planet fucking in the universe. Like, seriously, like, y'all still use fucking gunpowder for warfare. Okay? Y'all still mine your planet for energy. Like, you think we're advanced? Okay, like, I mean, y'all might as well be monkeys throwing rocks at each other. And it's like my buddy in Homeland Security says, what are you supposed to do? Tell people Star Wars is real? They'd freak the fuck out. Like, oh yeah, Death Stars, X-Wing fighters, evil, you know, laser beams, you know, like, I mean, the capability to destroy a planet with a beam of light from 4 light years away is a real thing. Okay, it's a real thing. And so, yeah, like, don't get your vaccine, alright? Don't get your vaccine because, yeah, that's fake. That's not a real thing. You know, like, don't get your vaccine. Make sure you vote for Donald Trump in 2024, too. Like, people wonder, like, oh, you know, like, a fucking reality star became president of the United States. Like, why is everybody so shocked? Like, of course a reality television star became president of the United States. Because the United States became the dumbest nation on fucking planet Earth. Alright? And you're not even a nation. You're a loose confederation. Okay? And actually, you're a loose confederation of 3,200 individual counties. And in 2000, fucking roars, I love it. In 2000, I love you, I love you, God. I tell these stories for you, okay? In 2016, when the Senate, the United States Senate, obstructed Obama's appointment to the Supreme Court, it invalidated the United States as a legal entity on this country. That is the major check and balance of your fucking system of government. The major system of your system, the major is the Supreme Court. And your fucking Senate obstructed it. Straight up like it's an empire. Okay, you know, like episode 2 or whatever, Attack of the Clones. Where Palpatine is like obstructing, you know, the Senate with the Dark Force. And like, you know, for the United States to not be recognized as a legal entity, okay, because you gotta imagine a table, and at this table, okay, is, okay, the aliens with all the fucking technology, like they're human. And they just simply say, like, Pigpen, clean up your fucking planet, okay, because your planet is dirty as fuck, And there was a promise made a long time ago that the invasive species, humans, wouldn't destroy the fucking planet. Well, you know, like, look where we're at, okay? Like, I mean, 7.4 billion. You wonder why there's a virus ravaging. And you got half of America voting for Donald Trump and saying, I'm not going to take the vaccine because I'm an American and I'm free. Okay, like, you know what, United States, like, you do not count anymore. And the table is the aliens, England, Israel, and the European Union. United States, you are fucking out. Okay, you do not count anymore because you are not even a fucking nation. If I'm going to sit at the table as an ambassador of Rigel with planet Earth, why do you think fucking Brexit was such a big deal? Because England has been a fucking England for a long ass motherfucking time. But at the table with me as the ambassador from Rigel,
bring this back.
okay, like, yeah, sorry, England, European Union. Okay, like, you're doing it yourself at my table. Okay, like, yeah, you know, you gotta be England. And Israel, because, you know, Israel was like, Israel's important because Israel was the only nation that, like, they formed a system of government that, like, it implemented, like, man's law, like, at the same time. Okay, and so, you know, like, they're always, like, gonna be there. Netanyahu not being in charge anymore, that's a fucking travesty. But, you know, like, people gotta, like, and then European Union and England. United States, you're out because you invalidated your system of government when you obstructed Obama's employment. Like, his ideas, like, they are not represented on the court. Okay, and like, that's why fucking Biden is talking about, and you hear about, like, oh, there needs to be 13 Supreme Court justices now. Yeah, because you know what, United States, I do not give a fuck. You don't get to sit at my table. England gets to sit at my table. Israel gets to sit at my table. And the European Union gets to sit at my table. Okay, and then, like, there's an Asian coalition, and then an African. You know, where, like, the point is that, like, look, one planet, like, one representative. Okay, take me to your leader. Who are you gonna take me to? Okay, Donald Trump. Like, take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. Who are you gonna take me to? Fucking Donald Trump? Okay. Yeah, right. And that's the whole point, is that, like, one planet, one language, one currency. Okay, one currency. That's basic. That's the most basic thing when it comes to planetary law in our universe. Okay, one planet, one language, one set of laws. Okay, one currency. The powers that be, okay, fucking Death Stars and TIE Fighters and laser beams and all that shit. They wonder why sterling pound is not the currency of this planet. They're like, okay, yeah, sterling pound kind of makes sense. Y'all have been trading it. And we just got to the point where English became like the language of the land. Okay? And said, look, that is 24-minute haranguing speech that I am going to immediately upload to YouTube, and it's just simply going to be out there and anyone can listen, because enough time has gone by. And yeah, it's time for me as the ambassador to sit down with the powers that be. Okay, and there's only 3. Sorry, United States, you are out. Okay, you are not a legitimate system of government. You are a loose confederation of 3,200 counties. Okay, you're not even a nation of 50 states. You're not a nation at all. Okay, you're a loose confederation of 3,200 counties. And I'm sorry, I can't have 3,200 fucking mayors at my table. Okay? I need one person. Okay, take me to your leader. Who are you gonna take me to? Okay, the Queen. I mean, the Queen of England, Elizabeth. Like, she would be a good choice. Okay, but like, there's all kinds of shit in that. Like, you know, Earth is being cut all kinds of fucking breaks legally. Okay, and like, I'm sorry, but like, the universe, the galaxy, the human sector, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay, like, you know, there's rules, laws.
Domination.
One planet, okay, one set of laws.
Secure the objective.
Okay, like one world order.
Taking
Okay,
Alpha.
when you hear about that, that's 100%
Enemy
true.
SC.
And all that
Stay
is like,
secure.
okay, imagine that like you're in a sector
Taking
of the
B.
galaxy with 15 fucking planets. Okay, all with humans. And like, y'all gotta sit down and figure out like, okay, you know, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Like, you gotta have one fucking
Securing Bravo.
Molotov. You gotta have like, you know, like one representative. You can't be bringing, you know, 3,200. You know, like, oh, here's the United States, like 3,000. What? Me? I'm not stoned at all, bro. Bro, I've been preaching the truth for a lot of years, man. Like, I have devout followers, bro, that, like, I predicted the virus years ago. Like, 3 years ago. Yeah, they stand ready, bro. Like, you sat here and listened for so long. Like, welcome to fucking God's army. Army of righteousness, bro. Like, and so yeah, I'm gonna straight upload this to my YouTube channel, and like, I'm gonna tag it like, I don't know, stars and planetary law. You know, like one channel, one planet, one set of laws.
Taking
Like,
Bravo.
huh? Mine, amazingly lead, amazingly, you know how to spell
Enemy
that
spy
word,
plane inbound.
L-E-E-T, amazingly lead. And like, right after this is done, it's been a 27-minute haranguing fucking speech on like, what, planetary law, right? I mean, like, that's what we're talking about. And how the United States is the dumbest nation on the planet. 62 million people voted for Donald Trump. Okay, like, I mean, you get no place at the table. Okay, like, no place at the table. Like, take me to your leader. Who are you gonna take me to? Donald Trump. Okay? And like, you can't take me to Biden. You can't take me to Biden. You can't take me to Biden. Listen, you cannot take me to Biden as the leader of the free world because the Senate obstructed Obama's appointment to the Supreme Court. That's the major check and balance of your entire system of government. And like, you know, like, it just invalidates. That's why you hear about the Supreme Court going to 13 people. Because somehow they gotta try to like, somehow try to make it like, again. And it's like, they can't, dude. Clarence, like, John Roberts, the Chief Justice, has been having to vote with the liberal bloc just to make it look like there's still at least some legitimacy, you know, in the eyes of the powers that be, bro. Okay, and like, what are you supposed to do? Tell people Star Wars is real? Okay, like, they figure the fuck out. There really is good and evil. There really is Death Stars, TIE fighters, X-Wing fighters, laser beams, all this shit. Okay, all this shit. But, you know, you Earthlings, like, you were really, like, dumb enough and arrogant enough to think that you were alone. Okay, to think that you were alone in the universe. Alright, you still mine your planet for resources. you still fucking use gunpowder for warfare for 6 centuries now. You never made the next
Securing
great
Bravo.
leap. Okay, a nation doesn't have 196 legal entities. That's not what a planet has. A planet, like, it has one legal entity. Okay, it's called, like, the planet. Alright, like the planet. Alright, and like, you know, y'all are sitting down here destroying. I'm talking on my Twitch, bro. I'm talking on my YouTube. Shut the fuck up and don't interrupt me again.
Switching rally points.
Oh, I got a viewer. Somebody's actually watching now. I love it. It completely validates my entire life. Yeah, you know, mining your planet, like you really thought you were alone in the universe. Like you're arrogant enough to think that, oh, we're alone. Mining your planet for resources, still using gunpowder for 6
plane established overhead. Enemy has Alpha.
Huh?
Hostile counter spy plane established above.
No, dude, I just use the stream to capture.
Charlie locked down.
So, like I can just upload a half hour
Losing
video. So it makes it like easier that I don't have to do any editing or
Multiple
stuff
enemy
because I
spy
can care less.
Enemy is Bravo. Hostile counter spy plane established above. Enemy detected.
Well, I mean, it stays on Twitch for like so many days or whatever. But to like save this forever, that like it wouldn't surprise me if federal agents come and arrest me like fucking right now for busting all the secrets. But like, you know, this is a lot easier than going on one of my blogs and writing. Okay, I need a scribe. Like, if somebody could like be my scribe and just write down what I say, it'd be a lot easier.
They're dominating us. Go on the offensive.
It's not easy to like, you know a bunch of stuff and like not be able to
securing C.
not be able to tell them. Huh?
Charlie secure.
What? Hurry. What about her? I don't use her.
Napalm strike standing by.
What, cereal writer for me? Was it free?
Securing Alpha. Taking B.
No. They have a couple of apps like that.
Losing
like,
Charlie.
You just talk and it, you know,
we're being
like,
dominated. Take those
does it or
positions.
whatever.
Alpha locked down.
And see, like, I don't know, like, if somebody's
Hostile
gonna
spy plane
listen,
established
like,
overhead.
33 minutes.
Approaching enemy.
It's hard, too, to, like, orate animations. You ever think, like, an ambassador for the aliens would just sit around and fucking play video games all day?
Losing A.
Have purple diamond fucking subs
C.
from playing zombies so
Multiple
much.
hostile spy planes detected.
And yeah, because, like, you gotta figure a way to
aggressive.
pass the time.
C
You know,
secure.
you can't just like, you know, what am I supposed to do? Show up at the fucking White House? I mean, I can't even show up for like years because Donald Trump is president. Jesus Christ. Like, seriously, you know, like a reality
Losing C.
television star to be your president, okay? And then wonder why, like, nobody takes you
Taking
seriously.
Bravo.
Okay? And like, I'll tell
Enemy
you that
napalm
like
strike
the powers
incoming.
that be, alright, I'm talking like that could destroy this planet with a single fucking
Enemy
laser
spy
beam
plane
from
inbound.
4 light years away. Alright, the
Taking
United
Alpha.
States is the biggest laughing stock of all the nations on this planet. They have more respect
We're
for
being
like
dominated. Take those
I
positions.
mean, every
secure.
nation on this planet they have more respect for. Okay, and like half these nations like would never
Fight
ever
your
even
last
get
breath.
an audience
Take
like
this
for a
back.
second,
Hostile artillery
you know,
targeting
because
active.
like they're so small or whatever. But
Artillery
like
inbound.
the United States became the fucking laughing stock of
Securing
the
C.
fucking galaxy when they
Hostile
elected
counter
Donald
spy plane
Trump
established
to be
above.
president.
Losing A.
And never mind the whole
They're dominating us. Go on the offensive.
never mind the whole still mining your planet for resources and all that jazz. And like we still haven't figured out how the Chinese and Russians we still haven't figured out how the Chinese and Russians fit into all this. They don't get a slot on the table. They don't get a slot on the table because like they're not like, okay, like they're people like they don't even go out and vote. You know, like it's a jib. They're a jib. They get no place. And like I wish that like we would just go ahead and hit a switch and like turn them off. Okay? Because like we can do that. Like we can hit a switch. We can hit a switch and your country has no power. Your country has no internet, nothing. We can actually do that to your whole planet. Okay, it's called an EMP. And a good way to like reduce carbon emissions so you people stop fucking destroying your planet is an EMP for the whole planet. Again, that will reduce carbon emissions to 0. But like, yeah, you know, we'd rather find another way without doing that, because once you EMP something like an entire planet, there's really no way of like kind of turning it back on. Just kind of goes off. All right, I gotta upload this. I don't know who my viewer is, but I hope you were entertained. Leave lobby. Okay. I gotta turn off the Twitch.